The internet is on fire again, and this time it's Jim Jones, Mama Jones. And Chrissy caught in the middle of a storm so messy, so dramatic, that fans are dragging them across every timeline. What started as a few shady comments has spiraled into a cultural circus of betrayal, clapbacks, and family chaos, with Chrissy standing tall at the center of it all. It's not the first time this trio has gone viral. But insiders say this blow-up is the worst yet. Mama Jones allegedly threw shade in a late-night live stream. Jim didn't defend Chrissy the way fans thought he should, and now the whole family is under attack online. Fans are ruthless. They're calling Jim weak, dragging Mama Jones for being too involved, and rallying behind Chrissy like she's the only one holding everything together. Social media hashtags like #TeamChrissy, #MamaJonesMess, and #JimDragged are trending nonstop. But what really went down? Who said what? And how did it get this bad? And why does it feel like Chrissy is fighting this battle alone? Because if the leaks, the lives, and the receipts are true, this isn't just a family feud. It's a war being played out for the entire world to see. It started the way most scandals do nowadays, with a live stream that wasn't supposed to go viral. Mama Jones, never one to bite her tongue, went live late one night, sipping wine and speaking her mind in front of hundreds of fans. At first it was harmless chatter, stories about her day, a few laughs, some gossip about the industry. But then the subject shifted to Chrissy, and that's when everything blew up. She thinks she'll run everything. Mama Jones muttered, shaking her head. But let me tell you, ain't nobody bigger than family. And Chrissy, she'll know where she'll stand. Fans froze. The comments section lit up instantly. What does she mean by that? Mama Jones throwing shade at Chrissy again. Screenshots spread like wildfire within minutes. Blogs picked it up before sunrise, plastering headlines like Mama Jones shades Chrissy in late-night rant. By morning, Twitter was dragging her. Fans accused her of being toxic, of always undermining Chrissy, of keeping old wounds alive for clout. Hashtags like #MamaJonesMess and #Leave Chrissy Alone trended throughout the day. Memes poured in. One showed Mama Jones with the caption, "In everybody's business but her own." But the real drama started when fans noticed Jim's silence. Instead of defending Chrissy, instead of clapping back at his mother's shade, Jim posted a photo on Instagram of himself in the studio. Headphones on, captioned, "Focused on the music. Y'all be safe." That single post sent fans into a frenzy. Focused on the music. While your woman getting dragged? One fan tweeted. Another added, Jim got nothing to say when his mama disrespecting Chrissy, but he quick to post a selfie. The dragging was swift and brutal. Fans flooded his comments with fire emojis and snake emojis. Weak mama's boy. Chrissy deserves better. Even celebrities weighed in. One reality TV star tweeted, "This storyline old but always messy. Stand up for your woman, period." Meanwhile, Chrissy remained quiet. No posts, no lives, nothing. And that silence only made the speculation worse. Some fans praised her for taking the high road. Chrissy not even responding. That's how you know she's the bigger person. Others worried that she was hurting behind the scenes, abandoned by the man who should have been standing at her side. Insiders whispered that the tension inside the family was boiling over. One source told a blog, Chrissy feels alone. She feels like Jim always lets his mom disrespect her, and she's tired of it. She's been fighting this battle for years. And fans agreed. They flooded timelines with clips from old reality shows, reminding everyone that this wasn't the first time Mama Jones had come for Chrissy. One viral thread replayed the infamous fights from Love and Hip Hop, captioned, "Mama Jones versus Chrissy," a decade-long saga. The fan base was relentless. They dragged Mama Jones for being controlling, Jim for being spineless, and rallied behind Chrissy like she was the last woman standing. "Protect Chrissy at all costs," one fan declared. Another wrote, "She been loyal, she been solid, and this is how they treat her." But the internet wasn't the only battlefield. Behind closed doors, things were getting ugly. Insiders claimed Chrissy confronted Jim in private, demanding, "Why don't you ever check your mother? Why am I always the bad guy while she gets to disrespect me?" Jim allegedly brushed it off, saying, "That's my mom, Chrissy. You know how she is. I can't control her." That response, if true, was gasoline on the fire. Because now, fans weren't just dragging Mama Jones, they were dragging Jim too. Protecting your mom while your girl is humiliated. Nah, you can't play both sides. Pick one. And the dragging only got worse when Mama Jones doubled down. Days after the live stream went viral, she posted a cryptic message on Facebook. "Some women think they can't be replaced. Everybody can be replaced." Screenshots of the post spread instantly. Fans were outraged. Blogs headlined, "Mama Jones throws more shade, Chrissy the target again." Comment sections exploded. "She obsessed. This is embarrassing. Jim, come get your mama." The family feud had officially turned into a public circus. And yet, through it all, Chrissy stayed silent. No responses, no subs, no shade. And that silence, that refusal to engage, became her weapon. Fans crowned her the queen of restraint, praising her dignity while dragging Jim and Mama Jones through the mud. One fan tweeted, "Chrissy standing tall in the chaos while Jim hides in the studio and Mama Jones chasing clout." The tweet went viral, racking up thousands of likes. But behind the praise, the pressure was building. Insiders whispered that Chrissy was close to her breaking point, that the silence wasn't strength but exhaustion. "She's tired," one source revealed. "She feels like no matter what she does, Mama Jones will never respect her, and Jim will never defend her." And then came the whispers of receipts. Blogs began teasing that a leaked recording existed. A private phone call where Mama Jones allegedly went even harder on Chrissy, saying things too messy to repeat, whether real or not. The rumor alone sent fans into overdrive, demanding it be released. Because if that tape dropped, the dragging would only get worse, and Jim, he'd have no more excuses. The whispers became a roar when the alleged recording finally surfaced. It wasn't polished audio. It wasn't even clear in some parts. But it was enough. The leaked clip, allegedly Mama Jones on the phone with a close friend, hit the blogs like dynamite. Her voice was sharp, her tone unapologetic. "Chrissy always thinks she the boss. She don't run this family, and she definitely don't run Jim. I'll never bow down to her." That one line sent fans into meltdown. Screenshots of the quote spread across Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok within minutes. Threads dissected the clip, pulling out every shade-filled word. Bloggers headlined, "Mama Jones doubles down, calls out Chrissy in leaked audio." And the dragging got uglier. Fans unleashed. She obsessed at this point. Imagine beefing with your son. The internet crowned Chrissy as the people's champion. But behind closed doors, the story was far less glamorous. Insiders whispered that Chrissy had reached her limit. After hearing the leaked audio, she allegedly confronted Jim in private. Her words were fierce. "You either check this now or I'm done. I'm not going to spend the rest of my life fighting your mother for respect." Jim, caught between two powerful women in his life, reportedly froze. "That's my mom, Chrissy. You know she'll love me. She just don't like how you talk sometimes." He allegedly said that excuse didn't fly. Sources claim Chrissy snapped back. "No, she don't like how I exist, and you let her disrespect me because you're scared to stand up to her." The confrontation left the house divided. Chrissy, fuming. Jim, defensive. Mama Jones, unbothered, even laughing on her Facebook Live later that night, saying, "I ain't worried about what nobody think. I'm me. Always been me." Fans erupted again. Clips of Mama Jones' laughter hit TikTok with captions like, "This woman, messy for sport." Others called for Chrissy to walk away and leave the circus behind. Dragging wasn't just daily anymore, it was hourly. And then came the celebrity commentary. A reality TV star tweeted, "This Mama Jones Chrissy drama needs to end. Jim, gotta grow a spine." A rapper chimed in, "Love your mom, respect your girl, but never let your mom disrespect your girl." That's man rule number one. Even a popular podcast host said on air, if Jim don't speak now, his legacy ain't music. It's being remembered as the dude who let his mom drag his woman. The narrative was spiraling beyond repair. Jim wasn't just being dragged, his manhood was being questioned on the biggest stages. And yet, Chrissy still refused to throw shade. No posts, no subs, nothing. Her silence became her superpower, and fans rallied harder than ever. They trended #ProtectChrissy and flooded her old posts with love. You're too good for this mess. Stay strong, Queen. We see you. But the silence also left room for the rumor mill to spin out of control. Blogs teased that Chrissy was secretly planning to leave Jim if things didn't change. Others claimed she was already looking at opportunities to branch out on her own reality shows, brand deals, even a memoir that could tell her side once and for all. The stakes had never been higher, and then came the cliffhanger. The anonymous account that leaked the first recording posted a cryptic message. Part 2 coming soon. Mama Jones said more than y'all think. Y'all ain't heard the worst yet. Internet froze. What else was on that tape? What else had Mama Jones said about Chrissy, about Jim, about the family? And if the rest of it dropped, could this family feud ever recover? The fans were ready. The blogs were waiting. The knives were out because this wasn't just shade anymore. This was war, and the next leak promised to break the family for good. The culture was already divided. But when the second half of the recording leaked, everything exploded. This time, the audio was longer, sharper, and nastier. Mama Jones' voice was crystal clear, her words laced with venom. Chrissy don't belong here. She only around 'cause Jim weak for her. She ain't family, and she never will be. The day he wake up and realize that, that's the day she gone. The internet lost its mind. Twitter threads erupted with fury. Imagine hating your son's woman this long. She bitter? Point blank. TikTok edits paired Mama Jones' voice with dramatic music. Captions like, "This is obsession at this point." Instagram flooded with memes. One showed Chrissy wearing a crown with the caption "Standing tall through the storm." But this time, Chrissy didn't stay silent. Hours after the leak spread, she posted on Instagram, a simple black screen with white letters. "Respect is non-negotiable. I won't fight for it. I demand it." That post hit harder than any clapback. Fans swarmed her comments with support. "Queen, you handled this with grace. We stand with you." The hashtag Chrissy stands tall trended globally within hours. Meanwhile, Jim was drowning. His silence had turned into humiliation. Under pressure, he finally posted a story. "Y'all need to chill. Family business ain't for the internet. Big mistake." Fans dragged him worse than ever. "Your mom made its internet business. Chrissy, fighting alone while you hiding? This why you get no respect." His post was reposted with clown emojis across every platform. And Mama Jones. She went live again, smiling, sipping, unbothered. "Y'all mad? I don't care. I said what I said." The comments section roasted her. Fans spamming Chrissy greater than you. Until she ended the live abruptly. The drama had turned into a full-blown cultural war. Behind the scenes, insiders whispered about screaming matches in Jim and Chrissy's home. One source claimed Chrissy told him, "You better decide who you protecting, me or her, because I'm not going to keep living like this." Another insider alleged Jim's response was weak. "You know I love you, Chrissy, but that's still my mom." That excuse shattered whatever patience Chrissy had left. Insiders say she began quietly reaching out to networks about launching her own reality series, one without Jim, one where she could tell her story, control her narrative, and finally step out of the shadow of the Jones family drama. Producers were allegedly begging for it, calling it the next big hit in reality TV. Fans cheered at the rumor. "Chrissy solo show? Sign me up." She don't need Jim. She is the show. Meanwhile, celebrity voices kept fueling the fire. A rapper tweeted, "Mama Jones wrong for this one. Chrissy been loyal, a popular actress wrote. Some moms don't want their sons to grow up. Sad. Even talk shows joined in, devoting entire segments to the feud. One host asked bluntly, "Is Jim Jones a mama's boy, or just a man afraid to lose both women in his life?" The dragging was relentless. But here's the twist. The leaks weren't over. The anonymous account dropped a final bombshell, a snippet of audio where Mama Jones allegedly mocked Chrissy directly. She thinks she got power, but all she got is Jim. Without him, she nothing. That clip shattered the internet. Fans flooded Chrissy's page with love, turning her into the undisputed hero of the saga. #ChrissyWins trended for days. Blogs declared, "Chrissy emerges as the queen amid chaos." Even those who had once doubted her now rallied behind her strength and Chrissy. She stood tall. She posted a new picture, dressed in white, captioned simply, "Peace over drama." The internet crowned her the winner. Memes celebrated her dignity. Articles praised her silence and grace. Fans declared Mama Jones dragged herself. Jim exposed himself. Chrissy stood tall. But the fallout for Jim was brutal. His reputation took the hardest hit. Once celebrated as a Harlem legend, he was now the face of a man who couldn't or wouldn't defend the woman by his side. And Mama Jones. Her image was scarred. Fans labeled her toxic, overbearing, and obsessed with controlling her son's life. In the end, Chrissy didn't just survive the dragging. She rose above it. Her silence became power. Her words became truth. And her dignity became her crown. But the question remains, how long can she keep standing tall in a storm that shows no signs of ending? Because with this family, the drama never dies. And if more recordings are out there, the chaos is far from over. And that's where the dust settles, at least for now. Mama Jones shaded Chrissy. Jim refused to defend her. The recordings leaked. And fans unleashed a storm the family couldn't control. Through it all, Chrissy stood tall, refusing to get messy, refusing to clap back with venom. Instead, she chose silence, dignity, and strength, and in doing so, she won the people. But the questions still hang heavy. Can Jim ever repair his image after being dragged for silence while his mother attacked the woman who stood by him for years? Can Mama Jones ever shake the label of being toxic and overbearing? And most importantly, how much longer can Chrissy carry herself with grace before the pressure finally makes her break? Now it's your turn to weigh in. Do you think Chrissy is truly done with the Jones family drama? Should she walk away and build her own empire? Or do you believe Jim will finally stand up, draw the line, and protect the woman who has always protected him? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now, because this debate is bigger than the family. It's about respect, loyalty, and knowing when to stand tall. And don't just watch this drama, be part of it. Hit like, smash that subscribe button, and turn on notifications, because the leaks, the lives, and the shade aren't slowing down. Share this with anyone who's been following Chrissy, Jim, and Mama Jones since day one, because they need to see just how wild this story has gotten. Because this saga, it's not ending, it's only getting messier. Not ending, it's only getting messier.